All right. Good morning, everybody. Lordy. I'll have to cut this whole first section out. God morning. And then what happens is I don't remember to cut it out. And then I post it and people go, what is she doing? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I can't believe it. So today we are going to work on hamstrings and hopefully get some tricep work in the mix. So what I'm thinking of course, is the back body, right? The hamstrings are at the back of the thighs, three lovely muscles that attach up at your sit bones. And then the backs of the arms that don't get nearly as much work as they should. So trying to balance that front back body. If you have a blanket or a towel, go ahead and grab it. One of the things we're going to be doing is doing a little bit of sliding, just showing you here on our blankets. So see if you have a surface that you can do that. If not, I'll give you some options. And then of course, your blocks and all that good stuff. So let's start by being seated and take your shoulders up to your ears and roll the shoulders back and let them come down. And then feel your sit bones on your yoga mat. If you're sitting in this way, if you're sitting more in hero pose, then feel whatever part of your body is touching the floor. Let your hands be wherever they feel comfortable, the shoulders, the elbows, the hips, all lining up, the chest slightly lifted. And I want to read to you as we settle in. I want to read something that I'm pretty sure I read last year as well, but it is just an interesting way to start our new year. And this is a poem by Bruce Black. And it's called, "What Pose Will You Choose This Year?" As you step onto your mat, feeling your way into the new year, what pose will you choose to begin? Will it be a pose of fear or a pose of courage, a pose of anger or of love, of doubt or commitment? Will you set a new intention or remain trapped by old patterns just because they're the way you've always practiced or lived your life? Will you say yes to new ideas and no to things you don't want to do or don't believe in anymore? Will you allow yourself to soften, to let go, to listen to what the universe and your heart are telling you? What difference does a pose make, after all, if you can't take it off your mat and into the world, if it doesn't help you see the world and yourself more clearly, if it doesn't inspire you to become kinder and more compassionate, more thoughtful and more sensitive to the life unfolding around you? Whatever pose you choose, may it deepen your understanding of your practice and your life. May it reveal new ways for you to grow more fully into yourself. And most of all, may it help you remember in this moment and in all the moments waiting for you in the year ahead, who you truly are. Just amazing. So with that, start to deepen your breath. Taking in that inhale, taking out the exhale. Breathing in and letting it go. Good, couple more right here. And then let your eyes open Take both hands out to the sides. Turn the palms up, reach up. Exhale to your heart. Interlace your hands, take them up. Exhale, curl it in. Good, inhale, take it up. Exhale, curl in. Good, 3 more, take it up. Exhale, in. Inhale, up. Exhale, back it in. Good, last one, take it up. Exhale, curl in. And then reach up, take those arms up, separate the hands, take the left hand down, reach the right arm over, and then reach over your left knee and circle the arm around, take it up. Good, 2 more, just like this. Start with your side bend and then reach forward, sweep it around and up. Last one, reach over, take it over the knee and sweep up, hold that arm up, take the other one up, let the right hand come down, the left arm reach. Good, starting to wake up these bodies, reach over the right knee, sweep it around. Use your breath. Maybe pause for a second. Good, last one, first side bend, and then stretching through the low back and sweep, take that arm up, reach the other arm up, take both arms out to the sides, turn your palms forward, and then stretch the chest. Good, breathe, and as you lower those pinky fingers toward the floor, just keep the chest open, and then reach up and tap the fingers. Good, exhale, pinky fingers to the floor and up. One more right here, open, open, open. And inhale, good. Interlace the hands, press them up. Exhale, curl it into your belly, but this time I want you to circle it in and reach up. Good. Bring it forward, circle it in really close, and then turn it up. Last one. Bring it down, circle, and reach and let go. Whoo, yeah. Warming up that upper body. Good, grab one block. Take it at the widest level. Take it up toward the ceiling. Now, I want you to squeeze the elbows towards center and then just simply bend. So here's a little tricep, right here. So as we straighten the arms, we engage those backs of the arms, the triceps. So just warming them up here. Good, take it up. Watch the head, watch the neck, right? So tendency here is going to be to pop that head forward. See if you can keep it in alignment. That's it. Let's do 5 more. That's 5. Keep the elbows from splaying out. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Roll the shoulders back and set your block aside and then straighten both legs in front of you. Good. Start with a really easy Dandasana. So press the legs down, engage the feet, roll the shoulders back, and take the hands down to your sides. And just find this really active, engaging pose, right? The belly's toned, the tailbone goes down toward the floor. If your arms are on the longer side, the elbows press back toward the floor, or sorry, toward the back wall. Find your breath. Breathe. Good, and then take the fingertips behind you. Open up your chest, lift one leg. I've got for you guys, mirroring in my right leg. Breathe, whoo, take the arms up, optionally getting those quadriceps, the fronts of the legs warmed up, tone your belly. Big deep breath, whoo, lower down. Good, fingertips behind. Those fingertips behind are supporting your body, not allowing you to lean back too much. When you're ready, lift the other leg. Whoo, press down through the standing leg or the leg that is keeping your body grounded. Optionally, take the arms up. That's it. Breathe. Keep pressing down as you lift up and lower down. Roll the shoulders back. Fingertips come behind. Lift your right leg again. Bend the knee. Bring it in toward chest and just push it out. That's it. And push. 3, 2 more. 4 and 5. See if you can hold it. Lift up. Use your breath. Press down through the standing leg or the one that's grounding you. I want you to bend your knee and see if you can grab your heel or your ankle, and then you release the other arm. So kind of a seated figure 4, right? And then just rock that hip a little bit. Good. Remember to not like tweak onto that ankle, like don't pull on it, right? Easier to grab the shin. You can even take both arms under the shin and go there, right? Ooh, yeah. Warming up the hip. Breathe. And then take that bent knee, bent leg, step it over your left leg. Inhale, reach up. Your left arm wraps around the knee. The right hand comes behind. Open the shoulders again. Lift your chest. Find your breath. That's it. One more. And then come center, lift up. Lift your leg. Press it out and let it go. Roll it out. Other side. Lift the leg. Hands can come behind. Pull it in and out for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there if you can. Lift up. Maybe take the arms up. Lift the chest even more. Bend the knee out to the side. Hold on to it at any level, right? You can just hold the thigh. Watch the knees. Rock it a little side to side. Oh, that feels good. And then next time you're ready, just step it over, lift up really tall. Take your right hand around the knee, come into twist. Keep grounding that one leg. Find that twist, find your breath. Every time you inhale, you're lengthening through your spine. You're making yourself even taller. Good, and take it up. Lift that leg if you can, stretch it out and lower it down and let go. Good, then very simply, all I want you to do is from those straight legs, I want you to slide them up, open, slide them back and out. So depending on your surface, right? This may be smooth, it might not. You might have to lift those heels a little bit. That's it. 3 more. Just bring them in. We're just warming up before we get to more, you know that. And out, last one. And out, good. Take it up, good Dandasana, everybody. Soft shoulders. Exhale as you slowly come forward. Now, you know me, I don't like forward folds early in class, so I take it super easy. Draw the shoulders back, keep the legs grounded. Notice your spine, right? Keep it tall. No rounding, especially this early in class. No, 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 no. Good. Draw the sit bones back. Feel the hamstrings, right? As you pull those sit bones back isometrically, you start to feel the backs of the legs even more. Keep the shoulders wide. And come on up. Good job, everyone. And let's shake that out. Come right to table pose. You're going to need a block. So have one nearby. You know to cushion your knees if you need to cushion them. We're going to start nice and easy. Now, if your wrists are bothering you today, go to either soft fist, or for this, you can come to elbows. That'd be perfectly okay. But plant the hands. Make sure you're not leaning in that outer corner, that pinky corner of your palm, not overweighting, I should say. And press the right leg back. Tone the belly in. Fire up the arms. Think about this just for a second. With the arms straight, you are engaging those triceps, right? So nice, another nice reason to have the arms straight. Lift the right leg. Find some levelness in the hips, and then simply bend the knee and straighten it. Good. And squeeze it in. and straighten. When you squeeze in, I want you to pause and then release. 2 more. Squeeze in, release, squeeze in, release. Hold that release. Stretch out through the right or the left arm. If you're not on elbows, balancing table. Use your breath. Find your core. Release your hand, release your leg. Shake out the wrist if it's chatty. And then press out through the left leg. Again, squeeze the belly in. Lengthen through that leg, take it out. Engage your glute. Bend the knee for 5. 5. Think about it, back of the leg, squeeze. And 3. And 2. Squeeze it in. And 1, squeeze, and then hold it out. Reach out through the right arm optionally. Use your breath. That's it. Release the hand, release the knee. Sit back at the heels for a second, and then come right back up, downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, pedal it out, everybody. Shake it out. Find your breath. Look through your hand, step forward, right leg. And lower your left knee. And take your hands up to your knee. And breathe. Roll the shoulders and just start with an easy stretch of the quads. So, right as we stretch the quad, the hamstring gets a little bit more engaged. We watch our alignment here. Front knee, front ankle, ideally. Starting to stretch, maybe take the left arm up. Smile, breathe. Happy New Year to you. That's it. And then release that hand back. Lean back so that that back knee and back hip are pretty straight up and down. Tuck the pelvis a little bit. And then lean the torso back a little. Ooh, yeah, right? Big ol' stretch for that quad. Ooh, for the thigh muscle, for the front of the leg, for the psoas probably. Breathe. Can you feel the stretch along the front of this left leg, right? These are your hip extensors. They get tight. We sit too much. We run, we bike, whatever it is we're doing. They get tight. Good. And then release. Listen up. Might be easy to just have your blocks under each hand. Once you find that lunge again, I want you to bend, be careful, bend and straighten. If you cramp, you can either hang out with that cramp and check it out, or you can let that leg go. Good. 3 more. 1 and 2. Squeeze it in. Watch the knee. And 3. See if you can hold it just for a second. And release it. Nice job. Set the blocks to the side for a moment. Lift your left knee, step back, downward facing dog. Just shake it out. That's it. Find your breath. Look through those hands, step forward, left leg. Lower your right knee to the floor. Once you find your pose, take your hands to your knee, open up your shoulders, stretch to the front of the right leg. I always tend to push down into the top of my back foot, keeps that leg even more energized. Of course, the glute active, right? This is the opposing muscle for this extension. This stretch here contracts back here. Open it up. Maybe take that arm up and stretch and breathe. And then reach that. You can take the hand back, reach back until your front hip, front knee are lined up. Press down into the foot, tuck the pelvis slightly. Lean, take the arm up. That's going to increase your stretch. If you want, lean the torso back. That's going to increase your stretch. Yeah, a little bit more. Find your breath. And then release it. Hands come back down. Find your lunge. Take the hands to your blocks. I just find that a little bit easier. And then bend your back knee. 1 and 2. If it hurts the knee, don't do it. 3, 4, squeeze. 5, hold. Just squeeze for 1, 2, maybe 3. And release it. Move the blocks out of the way. Lift your knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Shake it out. Find your breath. And then either walk your hands back or step your feet forward until you're in a forward fold. Take your hands to your shins. Neutral spine, everybody. Turn in the belly. Turn that belly in. Tune the belly in towards spine a little bit. Feel the backs of the legs. We are gonna work these hammies, so we want to give them a nice stretch this morning. Bend both knees, hands to knees, and come on up. Woo, shake it out. Maybe turn wide on your mat, up to you. The toes point out. Actually, have one block where you can reach it. I think I'm going to add on to that. So toes are turned out slightly. That is where your body is, where your hips are. How do you know? When you bend your knees any amount, you can see the knees tracking over the center of the feet, right? Oh, in line with, not out over the toes, but in line with the center of the feet. And then tone the belly in, lift up those shoulders, find the legs. Whew. Good. If this is okay for you, either put your hands on your thighs to weight them down a little bit more or go deeper. If it's not okay for you, you come up until it isn't quite so much of a strain for you. So find that. Maybe lift one heel. Whoo, and lower. Good. Lift the other heel and other. Keep it going, alternating. Watch the feet. If this hurts, you know, it's a weird thing, right? I always say, if it hurts, don't do it. But you judge. Is it okay for your body? Is it not okay for your body? Keep it going. Calf muscles, speaking of back muscle, right? Back leg muscle. Good, almost done. And last one right here. Drop down if you can, knees press out. Take the arms up. Woo! Bring the elbows to your side body and stand everything up. Woo! Shake it out. Heel toe the feet in. Shake it out. Grab your block, holding it as wide as you can. Take it up over your head. Bend the elbows and try to squeeze the elbows in toward your ears. That's it. And then lift up. 1, 2, 3. Watch the head. 4. Squeeze the elbows. 6. Yep. 7. 8. 9. 10. Bring it to your chest. Bend the knees. Your feet are hips width apart. Think kind of chair pose, okay? So really it is chair pose. From a leg body standpoint, tailbone long, chest lifts. That block is in your hands. I want you to press it straight out and back in. Press out. 3, 4, legs are steady. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it. One more. 10. And stand up, shake it out. Good job, everybody. And then take that block between the thighs. If you tend to go long with the block, go narrow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Check out the feet, the knees, the legs. Find your breath, belly tones in, chest lifts. It's New Year's, right? Here we go. Woo. Arms out, optionally tone the belly. If you feel like you are sinking into mud, come on up a little bit higher, okay? Breathe. Yep, I know, we're getting these legs big and warmed up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Exhale, let go. Take the block out. And come on back to your yoga mat. Ah. Take the arms up. Exhale it down. Find your forward fold. Soften the knees, step back, right leg. Whew. Find your nice high lunge. Take your hands to your knee. Now, you know this high lunge is optional. If you can, you're on the ball mound of your back foot. If you can, if there's something going on with that foot, it hurts, doesn't feel good, can't do it, drop to the side. It's just a little harder to maintain that front hip alignment. So here we are in a lunge. One, you're here. Power that back leg back and feel the energy that happens when you do that. Now, this is optional and tricky. So hands are to your front thigh. You've got good weight here. I want you to bend. You don't have to tap and lift up. Yep, this is 2, easy. If this is hard, just go down an inch. 3, we're just doing 5, 4, last one, 5, lift up, inhale the arms up. Good job, everybody. Got warm, didn't it? Oh. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Optionally, you know you can drop knee and just switch sides. Breathe, feel your pose, engage the arms, soften and widen the shoulders. And when you're ready, let's step forward. I think it's left leg. It's right leg. It's right leg. Nice high lunge. I should have known this is my harder side. And take the torso up. So right here we are again. We find this high lunge. We find the stability, all these cues we've been getting all year long, last year, right? To squeeze through the inner thighs, to press through the back leg. Lynn, you could drop that back heel a little bit more for starter, straight back, right? And then feel the torso. Inhale the arms up. Use your breath. This might be where you stay. Otherwise, hands go to thighs. And I really push down. It actually helps me stabilize. Whoop, a little bit. Here we go for 5. 1, 2. Try to keep the torso up. 3, 4. Woo. And 5. Well done. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Lower down to your knees. And either child's pose or hero pose. Or something else that makes sense for you. Find your breath. That's it. All right. Come on back up. You're going to need a block and you're going to be in table pose. Now, if you can, by the way, you can cushion the knees. If you can, and if you can't, don't worry about it. You don't need it. But if you can, you're going to take one block behind your right knee, and then you're going to squeeze the leg so that you can hang on to it. And it might take, you know, a little finagling to get that block to stay. So here we are. Again, wrists, if they're hurting, we can take a little break here. If they're not, stay up on the hands, open up the chest, shoulders, lift the knee. All right, so we're gonna lift lower for 5, simple, simple. Take it down, and 1, 2, 3, yep, 4, 5, hold it up. Turn the knee out to the side like a fire hydrant. Breathe, and then tap it down and lift out to the side. 1, squeeze the block. If you've lost the block, do the work anyway. Doesn't really have to be there. It just helps keep that hamstring engaged. This is 4, squeeze 5, Lift the knee up. Last set here for 5. Big circles. 1, 2, squeeze the block. I know. 3, 4, woo, and 5, and let go. And breathe. Hammies. Hamstrings, I find a little challenging to work. But that means we gotta do it. Take that block behind your other leg. Just see if you can sandwich it in there and then bend the knee. Again, if you can't find that, if your knee doesn't bend that way, just do your best. Bend the knee to your level. All right, so you're gonna lift it up and then lower lift for 5. Here we go. So that's 1, 2, 3. I feel my calf muscle. 4 and 5. Hold. Take that knee out to the side. So you're just going to drop it down to center and back up again. 1 and 2. I know. Don't let it slip. 3, 4, 5. Bring it back to that 90 degree and circle for 5. 1, 2. Squeeze it. 3, 4, and 5, and let it go. Woo, that was working its way out. Good. Table pose to downward facing dog, and stretch it out and breathe, everybody. And then lower down to your knees. You're going to need one block where you can reach it. Come down to your belly. That is way too tempting, right? Good. So soften the upper body. Just let it be comfortable. Feel your hip bones press into the mat. Feel your pubic bone press into the mat. Bend your right knee. Squeeze it in as far as it'll go for you and release. So that's 1. Squeeze it in. 2, 3, 4. You got it. 1 more. And 5. So far, so good. Release. Bend the other knee. Make sure that quadricep, that front leg, is nice and long. Squeeze it in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Release that. Bend your other leg. Press down through the thigh. Squeeze the leg in. See if you can lift the knee. Hold the lift. If you can't, don't worry about it. Use the muscles that would lift that leg. Breathe. 5. Squeeze in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Other side. Bend the knee. Squeeze it in. So the hamstring is engaged. Lift the leg. See if you can hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Shake it out. We're almost there. You're gonna grab your block. Now this one could be a little bit tricky. Do your best. You're gonna use the block in its longest length, and you're gonna see if you can hook it between your heel and your sit bone. So basically your butt. Right? And even though we're warmed up, I'm already cramping up a little bit, but I'm just going to hang out with that cramp and see if it's okay. I learned this from a teacher, I can't remember which one it was, that the cramp in and of itself will go away as long as it's not severe. So see, it's gone. It's gone. Good. Now squeeze. Squeeze the block, squeeze the block, squeeze the block. And breathe. I know, right? What the heck? You got this. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See if you can lift the knee off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Grab your block and let go. I love it. I love it. Good. Go to the other side. So you're hooking it basically between that sit bone and your heel or the back of your ankle. Ooh, yeah. We're just gonna chill here for a second. I'm gonna see if that cramp will settle. Breathe. Once you're good, I want you to squeeze. So you're pressing that block into the sit bone. Oh yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Optionally, see if you can lift the knee any amount. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Grab your block, set it aside, straighten your legs. Come up to Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, right? We know this pose pretty well, most of us. Pressing down through the bottom edge of the pubic bone, toning your belly in. Your hands are right in front of you. I want you to lift the elbows. So we're back to triceps. Lift. Now, if your elbows splay out, I want you to pull them in and lower. Here we go. Lift. You're gonna just lift. I'm not even gonna count because at some point, try not to let the elbows go out. Imagine you have a strap around those arms and they can't go out to the sides. Yep, keep lifting. Keep lifting. At some point, unless you are Superman or Superwoman, you're gonna feel these. Keep going, keep going, keep going. If I can do it, you can do it. Whoo! 5, 4, push, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Lower all the way down. Bend both knees. Squeeze both heels in. Squeeze the hamstrings. And release. Nice job, everybody. Come on up. Table pose. Woo. From table pose, a couple cats and cows. Just stretch it out. That's it. One more big, round, juicy cat and cow. And then downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Stretch it all out. Take your feet wide on your yoga mat and walk your hands back. Nice neutral spine, everyone. Hands to knees. Come on up. And shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And breathe. All right, so this one, again, a little bit tricky. Maybe mirror wall. Your left foot's gonna be forward, your right foot's gonna be back, but it's not gonna be back really far. It's not like your normal lunge type thing. Your hands are gonna come to your hips. So you're on the ball mound of your back foot, and I just want you to do a little baby squat so that you are more 90-ish degree, okay? Be mindful, try to keep the legs, both legs tracking forward. 2 more. That's it. And pause. 1, you're gonna stay with that. 2, you're gonna undo your toes. So now it's more of a single leg squat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come on up. What a difference, right? Doing something that simple, just taking that back foot out of the action is amazing to me. So let's go to the other side. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. You're starting on the ball mound and you're just going to dip down for 5. 1, 2, try to keep the torso high. 3, 4, and 5. Hold. Decide for you. Maybe 5 more of those. Don't hurt your foot. It's all front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shake it out and come on up. Oh, I know. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Squeeze down, roll back. You're in chair-ish pose, right? Keep the torso high. Option 1 here. 2, peel your right foot off. See if you can lift. Keep the knee steady. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Oh. And breathe. Got to do the other side. We can't not do it and say, oh, we did it. Got to do it. All right. Come into squat. Now, if that was super hard, do it anyway. No. Just be mindful. You don't have to bend this deep. I know a couple of you with some knee stuff, right? Battle scars from a life well lived. Trust your body. But if you're okay, peel your left foot off and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up and let go. Shake it out. Good job, everybody. Come on back. I say good job, everybody, but I can't see. You're all sitting in the lounge chair going, no. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right foot, everybody. Lower your left knee to, or right knee to the floor. Grab your blocks and hold your pose. And find your breath. Engage your back glutes, right? All those things. We know all this stuff. Optionally, bend your knee. We've been here before. No big deal. Squeeze. Final option, you're going to reach your right hand forward. You're going to take your left arm out, lift up, open your chest, everybody. Reach back, see if your foot is within reach. If it is, awesome. If it isn't, awesome, right? It's not about that. Big deep breath. You are pressing that foot in toward your hip. You are finding your breath. Your shoulder is open. Now, 1 here, 2, let go of the foot, but hold it. Hold it in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release your pose. And slide the left leg back and slide the right leg forward. I know some of my knee folks, you know who you are, and I'm sending you lots of love because I know this is not your favorite class at the moment, but hang in there. It'll be over soon. All right, so you are here, right? Left leg is back, right leg is forward, bend your back leg. This, you can be right here. There is no reason to do more if that is enough of a stretch for you. Otherwise, the left hand comes forward. All that's doing is giving you a little space, really, okay? Right arm reaches forward, take it up to the ceiling. Oh, follow it back. See if that foot is in view or in reach. If it isn't, don't worry about it. That top shoulder has to open, okay? Has to open in order to get there. That's it. Breathe, everybody. Now, your choice, either hold it or let it go. And breathe. 5, 4, squeeze it in. 3, 2, 1, release. Come on out of pose. Woo. Set your blocks to the side. Downward facing dog. Downward dog is just a great way to stretch out those legs when we're bringing them up nice and tight like that. All right, so once again, options. 1, you're holding your down dog. It's a beautiful thing, right? We play, we wiggle, we just nuzzle into our down dog. Option number 2, come on out, that's enough for you. 3, you're gonna raise your right leg. And of course, bend your knee, right? And then straighten and bend for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that bend, lift the knee out to the side. So now we've got that outer hip really working. We got the hamstring really working. Squeeze heel toward hip. And release. Switch sides. Take it up. Hold here. Level out the hips. Bend the knee for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, squeeze. 5, hold it in. Turn the knee out to the side. Squeeze the heel toward your hip. Breathe. And release. Whew. Lower your knees to the floor and come into child's pose or hero pose. Open the shoulders, soften it down, and breathe. That's it. All right, one more standing pose, and then we're coming down to the floor for the final push. So come on up your yogi way. Find your pose and breathe. So I love getting up and down because, right, as we get older, that is one of the things we start to lose confidence in, getting up from the floor. So when we're doing that in our practice, we're just keeping ourselves sharp for when we're not on our yoga mats. Awesome stuff. All right, so stand in a good solid mountain pose. You can be near a wall, right? So balance work here. Open up your shoulders, fire up your legs. Hands come to hips for now. Lean into, I'm gonna mirror here again. So lean into your left leg and peel your right leg off so that the knee is bent and in front of you. And then see if you can fire up the standing leg. Yep, breathe, woo. And then take the arms out. That maybe will help with balance, maybe not. Think about being on a tightrope. Breathe. Squeeze the belly in, lift your chest. 1, you're gonna stay here. 2, you're gonna slide that leg back behind you and reach for it with your foot, with your hand. Open the shoulder, lift the arm. Only if you want, you're gonna tip forward, dancer pose. Haven't done this one in a while. Breathe. Good. See if you can come out the way you came in. I know this is the hard part. Lift up. Lower down. Shake it out. I know, I know, I know. Other side. Your right leg, my left leg. Here we go. Hands to hips, maybe to start. Fire up your standing leg. Find your still point. Lift the leg. And breathe. Keep squeezing the right outer glute, outer hip towards center. Maybe the arms come up. Maybe they go out to the sides, right? Whew, keep going. 1, you're here. 2, come on out. 3, slide the leg back. See if your hand will find it. I know. Maybe tilt forward. Up to you. Breathe. Oh, and see if you can come out the way you came in. And let go, shake it out. That left leg. Pay attention. No. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, take it down. Step back, downward facing dog, everybody. Oh, that feels good. Lower your knees to the floor. Now, I'm going to fold my mat up just because I need the space in front of me. But if you don't need to do that, if you've got plenty of space, you're just going to be at the edge of your mat with your blanket or a towel or nothing at all, right? If you don't need it or your feet slide well on the surface you are on, you can just go there. And then dig your heels. I'm just gonna unfold this a little bit so it doesn't throw my hips off. You're gonna dig your heels in. And so while we're still upright, this is your action, right? Right here. You're squeezing them out and squeezing them in. So here's what happens, right? You go to the gym and you're doing this. And maybe you're looking at your phone or you're talking to somebody and you don't even know what they're doing, right? Because you're not there. So we're here in the hamstrings. And so even though this is easy, when I squeeze back, I think of those muscles at the backs of my legs, and that's what I want to work. Okay. So that's where we are right there, hamstrings. Good. All right. You got the action. I almost sounded like my Italian voice there, didn't I? What are you doing out there? Come on down. Oh, your knees are bent. Your heels are on your blanket. Draw the belly down toward the floor. Stay here. Just take the legs out and in again. Yep. Out and in. You got it. Here we are again. Now, if this is challenging, if you feel your hamstrings, then this is an awesome thing to do every day. All right, so bend the knees and hold. Keep the heels on the floor, peel your hips and lower body off the floor and find your bridge pose. You can hold on to the edges of your yoga mat, open the shoulders. You don't have to be really high here. I want you to slide the blanket out an inch and hold it. Oh yeah. And then see if you can slide it back in, lift the hips up. If you can't slide back in, don't worry about it. It's hard for me too. Just lower your hips, slide the blanket back in and lift up again, okay? So little training wheels there. Slide the blanket out an inch, hold. I know, and then either slide it in or lower your hips and slide in. All right, so slide out until you fall, don't fall all the way to the ground, slide down. Squeeze your butt, bend your knees and see if you can slide it in, any amount. Slide it out slow. These are kind of like reverse curls. Bend the knees a little, see if you can lift and slide. Good, slide out slow, last one. Woo. Bend the knees a little, slide in the rest of the way, lift up. Find your breath. And lower down, everybody. Woo. Bring your knees to your chest. Pause for a second. Got one more here. So find your blanket under your feet and then slide it to one side. So one foot is on the floor and one foot is on your blanket. Flex your foot, dig your heel in, lift both hips. All you're going to do is slide one leg straight out, pull it in. And two, slide tight. You should be feeling, hopefully, that hamstring back of the leg. 3 and 4. Whew. And 5. Release both hips. Switch sides. Can't just do one side, you know. Here we go. Lift both hips, flex the one foot, squeeze through the hips and out and in for 5. 1, squeeze it in. Think, I love my hamstrings. I'm paying attention. 2 and 3, you got it. And 4, and 5, and lower down. And just slide your blanket out of the way. Hallelujah. Good. I just got to get up so I can fix my yoga mat, but you all can slide back up on your mat. And just pause. That's it. All right, hands down to your sides, shoulders down, bridge pose. 1, you're here. 2, you're done. 3, you're going to take your right foot and put it on top of your left knee. And then you're going to press up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. If you can, stay in bridge. If you need to come down and back up, that's awesome. First, press into your right foot and then take your left heel to the top of your right knee and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Squeeze, level out the hips. 1, you're here. 2, you're done. 3, right knee to chest. Take the leg straight up. Just press into your standing foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're almost done. Push into your standing foot. Left knee to chest. Take it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All the way down. Holy moly. Bring your knees to your chest. Find your breath. Good. Both feet to the floor. Take the left ankle to the right knee and come into figure 4 and bring those knees up toward your chest. That's it. Rock side to side. You know, right? You know what to do. Ooh, yeah. That's beautiful. And then lean toward the right just a little bit, as if you were just suspended in space. And feel the big stretch along that left outer hip. And then with control, let that left foot come all the way down to the floor on the right side. Once you're there, you can release your right foot down as well. Coming into just a lovely little twist here. Use your breath. Push off both feet, come on to center. Release that foot to the floor, release your left foot. Switch sides, right ankle to left knee. Bring both knees toward chest. Rock side to side, we're not quite done yet, don't get too comfy. And then just lean toward the left side and suspend yourself just a little bit off to the side. Not only do we get that deeper stretch, we start to work into the obliques, the side body muscles here. And then slowly, I keep scooting away from my wall, slowly let the right foot come to the floor, relax the left foot once you get there. Nice twist, everyone. Big deep breath. Push into both feet to come back to center. And then release your pose. You're gonna roll over, but you're gonna need a block. And I'm sorry I didn't cue that getting closer until you're back to table pose. Hopefully the hips back feel okay, just that little stretch after all that bridge pose work. Grab your block, place it at the center of your mat at the highest level. We have done this a zillion times, and here's where I want you to focus. Backs of the arms. There was a really great TED Talk, by the way, about focus and concentration and how we're not taught how to concentrate, especially as children, and yet we're always saying concentrate, you know, on this or that. And so as adults, with all of our distractions, we have forgotten how to focus and how to concentrate. So Concentrate on the backs of your arms. Come on down. So a little bit of chaturanga work, right? And chaturanga is great for triceps if we're doing it correctly. So I want you to squeeze those elbows in, but keep the shoulders wide, right? I always say about that beach ball between the elbows. And if you look, the elbows, the inner eye of the elbows is kind of facing the same direction as your thumbs. Keep the elbows trained towards center and just bend and tap your block. And if you can, I want you to hold there. Try not to lean heavy in your block. You're just barely touching it. Feel the backs of your arms and then slowly push away. When we straighten the arms, we engage the triceps. So that's where we're focused. So tap down, pause, hold, and then squeeze it up. Simple, simple. Here we go. Tap down, hold, squeeze up. A little bit quicker. Tap and up. Keep the elbows in. So your plank pose, Lynn, you can bring your knees way back. Plank pose, come on. All we're doing is tapping and lifting, elbows in, elbows toward the backs of the hips. I know, I feel them too. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reach back. Stretch it out. And come on up. Last one here. If you have your blanket, grab your blanket. You're just going to place your blanket in the fall zone, which means you're landing there. Chances are you're landing on that blanket. So it's nice and cushy. Come on up. You're on your knees here. Elbows come in. Belly tones. And I had a teacher actually say to think of almost a cat pose in plank, which I found interesting, but it kept me from diving into my lower back. So think almost cat, right? Squeeze it in, elbows in. I just want you to lower, don't dip, lower, 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 lower till you land on the blanket. Okay? That's all you got to do. And then push yourself back up. You didn't think we'd do one, did you? Here we go. Elbows in, belly in. Find your breath. Legs can be either straight, right? Or knees bent. Tone the belly in. Think a little cat pose. Elbows in. Here we go. Lower, slow, lower, 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 lower till you hit the blanket. Press up. 3 more. Lower, 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 lower. Push up. 2 more. We got this, everybody. It's a new year. Here we go. Low, slow, 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 slow. Don't let the head lead the way. Don't let the hips lead the way. Lift up. Last one. Squeeze in. Lower, lower, lower. Down. Push up. Woo! And stretch back. And breathe. I know. Get so excited about the new year. Roll your shoulders. Good. Blanket or no blanket, come onto your backs. Have a block near you. Take the block at the widest level between your knees. Feet to the floor. Give the block a good squeeze. That's it. Just breathe. Squeeze, squeeze. And release. If you can, take the block to the second width. Bring it as high up into the inner thighs as you can. And squeeze. Good squeeze, everybody. And release. Take the same block at the lowest setting underneath your sacrum, right? We know, hopefully we know this by now, it's not on your low back. It's on that hard, bony sacrum below the rim of your hips. If you're comfortable, just bring the knees up and take the legs up and find your hover point. Or if you're near a wall and you want to just take your legs up the wall, you can do that as well. I love this inversion. I should do this more often. Shoulders are down, palms are face up, the legs are hovering in a way that it's really no work to keep them there. And we find our breath. You can also take the legs up the wall, which is even more restorative as far as a pose. Just breathe. And feel the heart rate just slow down a little bit. Soften. Relax. Let go. Notice how this inversion calms your body, calms your nervous system. And very slowly bend your knees. Let one foot come to the floor and then the other foot come to the floor. I want you to pause here. And then press into the feet enough to take the block out. Lower your whole spine back down to the floor. Draw your left knee into your chest and straighten your right leg. Take the left leg straight up to the ceiling. Hold any place that you are comfortable. Don't overreach. We stretched or we work those hamstrings. We're just doing a final stretch, maybe a point flex of the foot. And then lower that leg all the way to the floor. Bring the right knee in. Pause, just stretch it out. And then straighten the leg up to the ceiling. Hold behind your leg anywhere. Maybe point flex. And then release that as you lower that all the way to the floor. And let's find Shavasana. Making sure your body is comfortable, knees bent if need be. Arms comfortably at your side. We feel the softness behind the eyes and the let go of the jaw. How the chest expands through gravity and how the belly softens from our constant withholding. You feel the legs soften down and the feet relax. And in Shavasana, we feel at home in our bodies and in our spirit. And see if you can soften even more. And if you are ready, start to move the body in a way that feels really good. Beginning to bend the knees, draw the knees to chest, maybe a few knee circles here. Ever so slowly allowing the knees to roll to one side or the other, curling all the way over to fetal pose. And then very slowly pressing up. Finding your seated pose. And bringing your hands to your heart. Bowing to your inner goodness, your inner kindness, your inner strength. Happy New Year, everybody. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Any good forward.